Okay, this Counter-Strike video just dropped. Let's see what it's all about.
With over 20 years of history, maps are a fundamental pillar of Counter-Strike. And in Counter-Strike 2,
old Dust.
maps are getting a new look.
Okay.
But don't worry, you can still bring along your countless hours honing strategies and exploiting every corner and crevice. We took 3 approaches to improving maps while retaining their rich legacy. First, there are touchstone maps. Classic maps with solid foundations that players can use to evaluate gameplay changes from CSGO to Counter-Strike 2.
Yes, they'd be
These had
stupid.
improvements to lighting and character reach, but otherwise haven't been changed.
They'd be stupid to get rid of those, so obviously, yeah.
Next, we have upgrades. These are maps that use new Source 2 lighting, including a physically based rendering system that produces realistic materials,
first of all,
lighting, and reflections.
I'd like to point out that nothing in the video so far looks very dark to me. The things that should be the blackest black look only like a slightly dark shade of gray. My screen is pretty well set up to look at dark things, so I don't think it's me, but yeah, just want to point that out.
And finally, overhauls. The oldest maps have been fully rebuilt from the ground up, leveraging all of the Source 2 tools and rendering features. These tools will be available for community map makers to make it easier to build, experiment, and iterate.
Cool. That's always exciting.
With upgrades.
What's that right there? Color picker. Oh, he's doing a light. What color the light would be. Now, one thing you should understand about these maps is that the maps only take about, the matches take like 10 minutes to do, right? There's no dynamic lighting going on at all. All the lighting can be baked. So there's no excuse at all for this lighting to not look completely awesome. It should look great because there's a little dynamic, of course, with like positional lights and stuff like that, but the sun's never going to move. I don't know. What I'm saying might be a little outdated. It depends on how dynamic they want to go, and it also depends on how much of like bloom and ambient occlusion and stuff like that they want to do, and HDR and stuff. Which, some people, they like HDR for like cinematic single player games, but maybe they're like, oh, I don't want my eyes going back and forth from super light to super dark when I'm playing this kind of fast paced game. So you'll see where they strike the balance,
Experiment and iterate. With upgrades to lighting, player read, and...
Yeah, see, that looks like shit to me. This is like just a gray mess. That's all I see right now. It's like I don't see any dynamic or it's just like a muddled gray mess. Maybe that's their design choice because they're trying to go for really fast gameplay where you see stuff easily, but yeah.
Materials in Counter-Strike 2.
Okay. What the fuck are your ground textures? Look at the ground and the sidewalk right there. You published this video and you don't have textures on the sidewalk right in front in this clip? Like, what's going on here? And again, just gray muddled mess. It doesn't look good to me.
Even the familiar will feel brand new.
Yeah, the smoke's cool. I saw the other video for that. Go back and see that real quick. This ambient occlusion is how dark things look when objects are close to each other. And the boxes and along the bottom of the box and like the edges of the walls and stuff, those look like shit to me, honestly. And this, what's with this wall right here? Why is this wall like a flat red with no texture on it whatsoever? There's no, in the corner of the wall, there's no indicator at all that there's even a corner there. You can only tell by the angle against the white paint versus the red paint. And I think at this point, you got to decide, look at your floors. The floors say I'm realistic, but the character itself and the walls say it's Team Fortress. So what design style are you going for here? Are you going for realism or are you going for Team Fortress? You got to make up your mind. Okay, yeah. A little muddy looking, a little inconsistent in the design style. Other than that, looks cool, I guess. Like I said, I'm not sure if the lighting can look any better, considering if you want a really fast game or not, and how detailed or differentiated you want the characters playing the game from the environment around them. You don't want to hide people in the details of the environment too much with this arcade style game. But I get it. We'll see where they go. Oh yeah, and their design style. What are you? Are you realistic or are you Team Fortress? Make up your mind.